When it comes to weapon loadouts in Resident Evil 2, I've always found Claire's to be particularly interesting. She comes loaded with more handguns than hands for zombie killing, a grenade launcher for dealing devastating damage, an SMG for tearing things to pieces, a spark shot for when she's in the mood for Kentucky Fried Liquor,
it's finger looking good,
and a magnum upgrade for bringing even the most fearsome enemy to its knees. Yet, at first, I didn't get this weapon set. Most of the weapons felt too powerful for everyday use.
it's too much, it's too much!
And handgun ammo was plentiful, so I used handguns. And then I discovered the fun you can have with these weapons. And then I decided I was having too much fun, so I decided to take away all of that lovely ammo, to disregard grenades, and to ignore knives. I decided to ask the question, is it possible to beat Resident Evil 2 without reloading?
Excellent!
Having learned some lessons from our previous challenge, where we attempted the very same thing as Leon, we go into this on hardcore difficulty in the second run playthrough. We start the game with an SLS loaded with 3 rounds, and quickly retrieve the quick draw army loaded with another 5. Our foray into the RPD is met with unexpected difficulty as I seemingly forget how to dodge zombies, and in response get caught out time and time again. We dash through the gloom, grabbing all the key items we can carry, including the valve, detonator, and more importantly the jeweled box. We remember how to dodge zombies, grab the red book, forget how to dodge zombies, and then head over to grab the scepter. With the gem in hand, we open the box to get the STARS badge, which we swiftly take to the STARS office to retrieve our prize, an SMG loaded with a whopping 20 rounds. With that and the battery in hand, we leave the room only to find that Claire has an aggressive stalker to deal with. Fortunately, he isn't great with doors, so evading him is easy enough.
Vault-Tec calling!
This allows us to go through the motions performing explosive redecoration and grabbing the medallions before escaping through the secret passageway. From there, we head underground to grab the SMG silencer. The silent trait won't be a great deal of help, since we aren't likely to be shooting anything that isn't already trying to cave our skull in, but it does increase the SMG's damage output, so there is no way I was passing that up. With that equipped, we gather all our weapons and some healing for the boss ahead. Sherry tries to warn us of the dangers her dear daddy poses.
He's right behind you.
But she isn't quick enough, so we end up facing off against them. We start with the SLS, taking focused headshots for maximum damage and to stun lock Birkin. When that runs dry, we swap to the quick draw for focused single shots on the eye and head to maximise the pain. Finally, we swap to our SMG and go to work. By this point, Birkin is on the warpath, so making sure we get the most out of our ammo is tough. We need to wait until we can get to a weak spot with focused shots, and even then, keep the bursts as small as possible. We fire off all of our ammo, admittedly missing a few perfect shots, and then run dry with Birkin still standing. We sacrifice ourselves so we can respawn in a new clone body, and then try again and fail. We try again and fail. We try again and nail our shots this time, but Birkin is still upright. His eye colour doesn't exactly suggest we are close to downing him, and it certainly seems that this can't be done on hardcore. I double checked my research, looking for loopholes that could help us. Did we miss any weapons? No. We could get the grenade launcher, but it doesn't come loaded, so it won't help. Could we upgrade any of our weapons and get ammo in the process? Not until after we defeat this boss, unfortunately. Could we manipulate the amount of damage we are dealing by getting ourselves killed repeatedly? Well, not any more than we already have after our previous failed attempts.
This is hopeless!
Without any options left to us, a cheat. I wanted to know if crit luck could see us through, and to see how close we were to winning. So we go in armed with 2 hand grenades and grab another in the arena. We unload into Birkin, we blow him to heck with explosives, and despite all of it, he is still upright and angry. Okay, so this is a wash. This clearly can't be completed on hardcore, so we cut our losses and start again on standard difficulty. After another quick dash through the RPD, we come face to face with Birkin once again, armed with a hope, a prayer, and some firepower. The plan hasn't changed, so we simply unload into him before failing and dying. We repeat this over and over again, with the difficulty adjustment going down and our damage output going up as we die. With each attempt, we get closer and closer, yet not close enough. After a load of attempts, we have done everything we can, and it seems we can't take him down.
Falcon Punch!
Well, that is until we consider the high critical modifier on all of our weapons. With just the right luck and a lot of persistence, we should be able to take him down. And we do. Sherry, being grateful, gives us an assist so we can escape the boss pit. Having her around could be helpful, but it could also be more than a bit dangerous for her, so we send her off with the babysitter. From there, we grab the JMB, another handgun loaded with 13 glorious bullets that I'm sure we will need later. We grab the diamond key, sneak past some liquors, and then make our way up to the RPD again. With the heart key in hand, we go grab the first electronic part, then trigger Claire's stalker again. After some sneaking and dodging, we are able to line up the library bookcases and head up to the clock tower to get the second electronic part. Unfortunately, it's at this point the babysitter calls to let us know that Sherry hasn't been behaving herself.
Hello?
I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. I'm terribly sorry. I'd really like to be alone now.
Apparently she attacked him and stole his keys, so we need to come pick her up immediately.
Took too long.
When we arrive to get her, our stalker appears once more. Even worse, Sherry's dad has found out what she has done to the babysitter and raises all kinds of hell, separating us from her once again. The sewers are relatively uneventful,
Now I'm gonna smell like shit. Literally.
other than the expected beating we take from everyone and their dog. With some persistence though, we are able to retrieve the spark shot, an awesomely powerful weapon that I'm anticipating doing a whole lot of work for us. With that in hand, we head through to deal with G2. He takes a few lumps out of us due to bad luck and carelessness, but with a bit of persistence we are able to score a strike.
Straight down the middle. No hook, no spin, no fuss.
With that dealt with, we retrieve a sick Sherry who is in desperate need of a cure, so we dash to the tram and through to the lab. In the lab, we find a nice safe spot where Sherry can suffer in silence while we get on with the challenge.
Here's to suffering in silence.
We also find that the grenade launcher we skipped earlier is here, and this time it's loaded with a solitary flame round. We dash through the dining hall, crawl through some ducts, and then through to the sleeping area to grab a serious prize, the high voltage condenser for the spark shot. This ups our damage output and decreases the time we need to hold the trigger for maximum damage. In the greenhouse, we do all the usual stuff required to get the chilled herbicide, then grab the last access upgrade, and then deviate a bit. I was really worried about ammo at this point, so I wanted to find a way to dodge the Ivies during their escape without spending a bullet. After grabbing the access upgrade, normally I would take the direct route and spend a few rounds. I instead brave the room with the zombies and lickers, taking blows that I can heal through. On the staircase there is an Ivy threatening to end us, but I have a moment of clarity. I realise that I can get past him by using the immunity window provided by getting chomped on by one of his mates. After avoiding the insta-kill and ducking past him, we are able to proceed through to grab the vaccine and prepare for the next boss fight.
Got it.
We kit up with every loaded weapon we have, our JMB with 13 rounds, our spark shot with 7 spikes, and a launcher with a single flame grenade, then head through to face our fate.
You don't know what you're up against.
I have a pretty damn good idea.
Now this one worried me. The spark shot would be devastating, but I doubted 7 fully charged shots would be enough on its own. I quickly formulated a plan. Use the JMB to pop his eyes so that he takes a knee and loses the first 30% of his health. From there, we just need to be very, very careful and use the spark shot to deal damage to the eyes and ultimately down him. It took a lot of attempts as I kept missing shots or getting interrupted, but in terms of having the gear required to down him, we weren't in any danger. We persist and ultimately wreck him, allowing us to escape and cure Sherry.
So Sherry's gonna be alright? She'll be weak for a little while, but yes.
With her feeling a little bit more sprightly, we run for our lives as the facility collapses around us. We encounter a locked door that Sherry offers to open.
Sherry, what are you?
I think I can open it from the other side.
As we wait, we have to hold off a couple more Ivies using a single flame round and a couple of handgun rounds. We make it to our escape route, the train platform, After a quick chin wag with Leon, we grab the minigun and face off against the next threat, G4. Now, if you've watched my other content, you might know that I don't have the best history with this guy, so simply shredding him with a minigun brings me untold joy. I steadily tear him to pieces by popping his eyes until his legs give way. I then get to watch this pitiful creature crawl about on all fours as I revel in the joy of downing him in a rational way. And from there, we simply have to finish the job. Birkin appears one last time, begins chomping the train and crawling towards us. We wait, and when we can't wait anymore, we bring the spark shot to bear once again, frying the son of a fridge.
One day, lad, all this will be yours.
What, the curtains?
No, not the curtains, lad.
Beating the challenge and proving that Claire can indeed beat Resident Evil 2 without reloading a weapon. Just not on hardcore difficulty, but let's not let that detract from what was a fun, challenging run. In the meantime, if you need an intense challenge fix, why don't you check out the video linked on screen? That one is a real doozy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.